Welcome back, everybody. We are going to have a deep episode today based on something that I recently witnessed and I had to share with you. So, buckle up. It's going to be a deep one, maybe more of a serious one. And I'm just going to dive right in. About a few weeks ago now, maybe a month ago when this comes out, I was driving down the highway and there was a ton of traffic. And you see this, it's during rush hour on the highway. If you live anywhere near a major city, you've probably had this frustration before where you're driving and you're thinking it's going to be a nice smooth drive, and then all of a sudden traffic hits and you check your app and your GPS and you see it may be 37-minute wait, like this particular situation was, which I had no idea what was happening. You don't know, is it an accident? Is somebody pulled over? Is there road work? Is there construction? You don't know. But I'm sitting there for this 37-minute ride and you're getting frustrated, but I'm listening to some audiobooks and podcasts. I love the car university idea. I called a good friend of mine and was making the most out of the 37 minutes. Ended up being about 45 minutes of traffic, a little bit more than that. And we get up to what was going on, and basically, you could see two cars and excuse me, not two cars, one semi truck and then a car. And the semi truck, the front of it was clearly smashed in. And then you see the a car, and I get emotional just thinking about it. But the car was like an accordion. If it was a sedan type car that used to be, let's just say, 10, 12 feet long, it was like 4 feet long. And I don't know what happened, but I can tell you this, whoever was in that vehicle could have never survived something like this. I drove by it. I just sort of gulped and my heart just stopped, and I just it was a shocking scene that I'd never really seen anything that intense before. Then there was another car that was up on this hillside, like so far off the road, and you just drive by and you just wonder, like, what the heck happened? Like all this craziness going on. And I'm sure that car, it was completely smashed in, and whoever was in there, I'm sure may not be here anymore or is in really bad shape. And I'm just driving by and thinking, oh my goodness, like whoever that was just driving somewhere, and who knows what happened, but maybe they were by themselves, maybe they were with their best friend telling a joke and laughing right before it happened. Maybe they were with their son or daughter, or maybe it was four people in the car. Like you have no idea what it was. And all I thought was, as I'm driving by, this was at least one person who I guarantee woke up that morning and thought they were going to go to bed that night, whether it was by themselves or next to a loved one with their family, and they didn't get the opportunity to. I get goosebumps and choked up thinking about it. They didn't get the opportunity to say, I love you one more time to a loved one. They didn't get the opportunity to see a good friend smile because they said something funny. They didn't get an opportunity to go to a museum that they always wanted to go to, or go to Germany or Alaska or whatever destination they really wanted to go to. They didn't get that opportunity. I later, about an hour later, found out that apparently it was a mother son in the car, and they obviously passed. And I called my mom and I just said, I told her the story and I said, I just want to say that I love you. And this person in the car didn't get an opportunity to say that to their child, like right before it was like boom and it's over. So I had to share it with you because it was such a just like a moment where it doesn't matter what was going on in my life. before that, you see it and it's just like everything immediately goes into a different perspective. And the perspective was, oh my goodness, like first off, I'm praying for what I now know was the two individuals in the car, their family, their friends, their aunts and uncles, and any other family that they had, or any other loved ones, and just hoping they find a way through this huge tragedy. And then the other people as well. I can't even imagine being the massive semi truck driver, knowing that that happened. And, had he been 5 seconds slower or faster, that wouldn't have happened. I mean, who knows? Or if the person wouldn't have, would have put ice in their drink instead of no ice before leaving the house. Like that doesn't happen. Like we don't know what can happen. And it also took me to that of if you make a decision and you're questioning the decision, you don't know what would have happened if you did the other one. Like I think about people that I had a friend of mine that just switched jobs and he's telling me that the new job, like it's okay, but it's not great. But he doesn't know what happened. Like if he would have stayed at the old one, who knows what would have happened? Maybe he would have drove to work and got hit by a semi. Like you don't know. So even though he's figuring that out, like we don't know what would have happened if we made a different decision. So why not just commit to the one that we're in? Because who knows? And just like this story, like who knows when our time is up? I mean, I like to think, and I'm sure you like to think, with staying healthy like we do in this podcast and drinking plenty of water like I have here, eating healthy, exercising, keeping a good, strong attitude, seeing challenges as turning you into a champion, all of that can hopefully help create the vitality that we'll all live into our hundreds. But I bet these two individuals in the car also felt the same. And then, bam, it's over. And I just think it's worth sharing the story because to me, it's worth thinking about it because what actions can you take now because you're listening to this? You're alive. You have a chance to say, I love you more often to your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your grandfather, your spouse, yourself. You have a time to tell yourself, hey, I love you. You're doing your best out there. Yes, we have setbacks, but you're here. You're alive. You have a chance. You're breathing. You've heard me say it. If you're breathing, there's a reason. And as you all know, I'm a believer in God, and God has you here for a reason. And you can hopefully the challenge that I always leave you with a challenge is how can you hear this story and take an action right now? As soon as you stop this episode, one small action. It could be a text to a sibling. Just say, hey, just want to let you know I love you. I hope you're having a great day. Extra bonus points if it's somebody you reach out to that you haven't talked to in a while, because they will be floored. Here's extra bonus points too. Turn your phone around, take a video of yourself. It could be 10 seconds. Let's say you're sending it to Jason. Turn your phone around. Hey, Jason, just want to tell you, my friend, I'm thinking about you. Hope you're doing well and wishing you the best day. Bam, send it. Video messages hit hard. Text messages hit hard. Written notes, mail it, snail mail, that hits hard. Anytime anyone feels that you're thinking about them and you're caring for them and you wish them well, there's no option, but it has to elevate their day. And I challenge you to use this story and please don't wait. If you're driving, maybe wait. But if you're right when you get to your destination, send the text, send a video message, make a note to write that person a note, call the person, whatever you can do it. And you have that person in mind that you want to send it to. I know you do. So just send it to that person. It I don't want to guarantee it goes well, but it's hard for it not to. And also, though, don't expect the response that you think you're going to get. Don't send one just saying, expecting, hey, you're the greatest person ever, Matt. Thanks for doing this. Like, don't do it for that reason. Like, do it for just you want to spread love and you want to share love and you want that person to know you're thinking about them and you're wishing them well. That's my challenge to you through a more of a difficult, heavy episode, but also one that when it happened, I just thought, oh my goodness, that I have to share this. And also part of me hopes in sharing it, like the legacy of that mother and son can help us all put life in perspective and put it in such a real perspective that also it's not always that bad. Like it's not that bad. Whatever it is, if you're breathing, there's a reason you can get through it. I hope this helps, even though it was a little bit heavier. I hope you can take action on this. Again, soon as you stop this episode, reach out to whoever that person is you thought of. I guarantee it will brighten their day. And in turn, it'll brighten yours as well. Have a great week. We will see you right here, same time, same channel in 7 days.